put the lifters in it first. That's, you can't get your hands hardly down in it once you get the cranking away. So I put assembly lube on the shaft of the lifter. Drop it in. Use that. We've been using Maxima assembly lube. They make a grease and a liquid. The liquid smells like cinnamon. Makes you almost want to taste it. Roland, can you go in and get me another bottle of that? I'm just about out of that.
Of what?
That Maxima assembly lube. Okay, we've been using this Maxima assembly grease, and you can put it on the lifters. So now that I got the lifters in the block, you can just take you a brush and then mop the lifters. A good heavy layer of that on the bottom of the lifters. It's the easiest way I found to do it. That's why I say you got to do it before you put the crank in it, because the crank gets in the way. You just got to remember not to turn the engine over until you get the camshaft in it, or they'll all fall out. And we'll mop some of this on the camshaft too. Okay, I've got a pretty good layer of it on there. Okay, this is the liquid. It's like, smells like cinnamon. So you just put you a good amount on all the bearings. After I get it on there, I just take my finger and kind of spread it out. And this is the thrust bearing, so you want to put plenty on the thrust surface. Just want to make sure you get all the bare spots of the bearing coated good. And then while I got the camshaft journals where I can get to, I'm going to put some of this on my finger. And mop it around the cam bores. Like I said, once you get the crank in it, there you ain't gonna get down there to get your hands down there where you can lube this stuff up. And if you just lube the camshaft, by the time it gets through all seven journals, the back one ain't got no lube on it. So you're better off to lube all this up you can before you put the crank in it. Some guys wear them rubber gloves. I never wore them in my life. I can't. They don't stay with me very well. Okay. I pretty well got everything lubed up. The front one, you can get it with, the crank in it, but you may as well go ahead and put your some on it, but you're doing it. Okay. And these are the main caps. You just do them the same way. Sure.
Yeah. Not that loud. Oh, it.
Don't mess with it. Put that back where we got it. Well, just lay it over there. We may be needing it again.
Okay, I'll put it on the stand.
Okay, I got the crankshaft laid in it. And I always take the main studs out of it because you'll generally nick or beat the crankshaft up getting it in it if the studs are in the block. So now I can put the studs in it, put the main caps on it, and torque it up. So that's where we're at right now. Cummins mains caps got a little number on them right there that tells you which position they go in, so you don't get them mixed up. Okay, now you can leave them alone there. They're heavy. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These studs torque to 175 foot-pounds. So you're gonna make sure you use plenty of this ARP lube on it, so you get the right torque on your bolts. Okay.
Yeah. Can I put some on?
Put them on there, I don't care. little bit to make sure they get no doubt in. I'm going to use two different style torque wrenches. I'm going to use a clicker style first, and then my last torque that my 175 pounds, I got a digital wrench I'll use. So let me get this. I'm torquing to probably say 100 foot-pounds to start with. Okay, there's 100. Okay, now let's go to about 140 pounds. Okay. Okay, I've got this wrench set on 175 foot-pounds. Everybody's kind of going to these digital wrenches, so turns, amazingly enough. Okay. Now then, we gotta put the gear case on the front of it. We want the camshaft in it, so turn it up this way a little bit. Like I said, you don't want to turn it all the way over. You'll dump lifters out of it, and then you got fish them back down in there. Okay, I've got the cam all lubed up with some more of the Maxima lube and liquid cinnamon stuff on the journals. We've already lubed the journals up before we put the crank in it, so we ought to have plenty of lube on everything. You just got to ease that down through there without beating it up. That. Crank's got to be right about there. I can't really tell where. Okay. Now we got our thrust plate here somewhere. Get it in there like that or not. That's the thrust plate. That's what controls the end play on the camshaft, captures it where it can't come out. Okay, this is a Hamilton Stage 2 camshaft. It's the bigger one he makes. And they come threaded in the end. And you can buy Hamilton's cam washer. But I believe when you put this washer on it, you have to modify the front cover. We'll get to that, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I put red Loctite on it. You just slip it up there. And if you've ever used one of those bolts like that, it's probably gonna be in there forever. Next thing I'm gonna do is this little piece here goes right here, and it keeps the dreaded dowel pin from falling out in between the gears. So we're going to go ahead and put this, put a little more Loctite on it. So that little dude there keeps that dowel pin from falling out. I'm sure everybody's had anything to do with the Cummins have heard about them. Killer dowel pin comes out and goes between all them gears and destroys the engine. So, got our cam washer on it. We got our dowel pin, keep from falling out or in it. Now then, I'm going to get all the pistons ready. I'm going to check the end gap on the rings, and next time we go to Femming, we'll be putting the pistons in it. And I want to check the degree on the camshaft to make sure it's where it's supposed to be.